A Knight's Quest is an action-adventure Zelda-like with elemental powers that has a greater focus on platforming than most of its contemporaries. I didn't get far in it though, and that's because it has a rather rotten personality. If you're familiar with my content, you might think I just hate self-aware humor in fiction with a burning passion, or that fourth wall shattering shenanigans make me furious, but that's certainly not true. I love Unbound Saga, Kid Rad, The Simpsons Game, and many other thoughtful deconstructions of narrative tropes. The keyword here being thoughtful. That brings us to A Knight's Quest, because even if you like mean-spirited and vulgar self-referential humor, it's bad at it. I mean, just look at this dialogue. I think it's kind of insufferable. Not because it's cheeky, but because it's so utterly lacking in a meaningful personality in spite of that. All of it is like this, too. It's logically inconsistent, tonally confusing, cheap, and worse than its poor excuse for humor, the writing is just repetitive and lazy, leaning heavily on an underdeveloped vocabulary that ends up giving every character the same obnoxious manner of speech. Being meta doesn't mean being shallow, but A Knight's Quest seems to think otherwise. There's probably a real game in here, a real journey rife with collectibles, puzzles, potions, and boss battles, but I cannot be bothered. I don't care who this character is, what he's doing, or why he's doing it, which I think is fair, because it feels like the game doesn't care either. It's like it's telling me not to waste my time engaging with its world. The lore is presented in such an uninteresting fashion, while utilizing amateurish attempts at meta-humor to disguise the emptiness. Even Dungeon's The Eye of Draconis understood how to handle this style of writing with more grace and purpose. It was schlocky, vulgar, and unashamedly shallow, just like A Knight's Quest, but it had a clear drive and realized end goal. Its parodical elements were developed, occasionally creative, and the characters are clearly distinctive in their mannerisms. Maybe A Knight's Quest would have gotten better, but I could only make it about 2 hours in before giving up entirely. I realize this is rather uncharacteristic of me, yeah? But that's why I'm even making this video. I finally encountered a game whose script alone has thoroughly annihilated all interest I might have once held. I don't like it. Do I have anything to say about what I played of the actual game part, though? Sure. The enemies seem like they take too many hits to go down and provide too little satisfying feedback. It's extremely on the nose to have the areas you can't explore literally blocked off by dumb, "nuh-uh, not yet" fences, instead of something more tastefully subtle. And I was able to get my PS4 to consistently crash by leaping atop a water fountain. I did some tests, and yeah, if I leap in this spot long enough, my PS4 will overheat. The fan gets real worked up, and if you're lucky, you'll get a warning first. I don't have footage of the actual crash because, you know, it makes the PS4 crash, but here's footage of me being soft-locked by some wonky collision instead. Did I mention the game is rather buggy in general, and it seems a few other unlucky souls agree strongly. I don't like it.